question for you.
I hope to have answers.
Made me think of an argument that my wife, or a discussion. Let's call it a discussion. It wasn't really an argument.
Right, sure.
Something we disagree on, all right? And it's expiration dates. And it made me think about this because the guy in the opening for Dumbass of the Day talked about going to Costco to buy condoms. Mm-hmm. And so my wife and I got into this argument because when I was younger... And we first started becoming we got to the point of the relationship where I needed to use condoms and I didn't want to go to the store. My dad had a bag of condoms in a bottom dresser, like behind his socks.
Expiration dates on those you follow.
There was no expiration date. There is no expiration date.
There's too much to... But you're asking the question about expiration date. If you're bringing condoms into the fray, you always, 100% of the time...
Condoms don't have an expiration date.
Yes, they do.
No, they're sealed in an airtight packet. They usually have some sort of oil in there to preserve them.
Latex breaks down over time. That's why condoms...
what's the date then?
The condom, whatever the date is on the package. That's what they say. Listen,
these were so old there was no date.
They want to cover their back when they print those expiration. They want to cover something else, but they also want to cover their back when they print those expiration dates, meaning that you are playing Russian roulette if you go any day beyond that expiration date. Meaning, chances are it probably will work, but if it doesn't work, then we've released ourselves of all liability on that one.
How about 15 years?
I would not do that. No.
That's how old they were.
No.
They were at least 15 years old. I used several of them, and I never impregnated my girlfriend.
I think you'd be better off using cheesecloth at that point in time. Because that's...
My point
is, equal to what you're using.
I want you to hear what I'm saying, all right? I've done the test. I've done the dirty work. I've done the work that nobody else wanted to do because I was naive, number one. And number two, or a nice way of saying I was stupid. And number two, I was a little embarrassed to go down to the drugstore and buy them. And they were at least 15 years. Actually, hold on a second. It was 95, and these were probably used in, Yeah. Okay. So at least 15 to 20 years old.
15 to 20,
and they still worked.
75. Yeah, when you were born.
Yes. Yep. That's right. These were older. Some of these were older than I was.
Shouldn't the fact that you were born let you know that maybe these condoms weren't going to work? Well, because they didn't work in 75.
Well, they were. It was a planned thing. Oh, they were trying to have kids.
You were planned. Okay.
Well, yeah. Other things that my wife says has an expiration date that I disagree on is deodorant. I don't think deodorant goes bad. If it's sealed up, it's in a package.
There's certain things that I don't believe the expiration date on. Yes. Like deodorant.
But deodorant has one.
I'm not buying it. In fact, I've never even looked for an expiration date on anything that is consumable or could give you a child, though. I think you should follow the expiration dates on it. There's really an expiration date for deodorant?
Yeah, there is. So you can, if you buy a package of them, it'll have an expiration date.
Gosh, you're kidding me.
Let's see. Here's another one.
Don't buy my deodorant at Costco then.
Shampoo. I don't believe shampoo. So 10 years ago, before I moved here, 11 plus years ago, I went to Costco and I bought some Kirkland shampoo. All right, it was one of these big bottles, and I didn't like the fruity, tropical smell that it gave off.
So it kind of got pushed to the back burner.
It got pushed under my cabinet, and it's moved with me every time I've moved.
Because you never know when you're going to need the shampoo when you run out.
When I use it for guests, because I don't want them using my shampoo that I go to the salon and buy. Mm-hmm. So I bring out the Kirkland shampoo. It's in the brown bottle. They might even still make this. And she says that I should throw it away. It's no good anymore. Right. I put some in my hands. I go, smell it. It smells just like the day I got it. Terrible.
How can soap break down? Is what you're saying.
Exactly. I don't believe all these expiration dates that they put on things.
Now, but there is, I'm not a big believer in expiration dates on medicines. My wife is.
That was going to be my next one.
We went to visit my folks once, and they have a downstairs bathroom, which they never, ever, ever use. But this is interesting because they moved into the house in 2001. No, I'm sorry, in the year 2000 they moved in. And we went into the bathroom cupboard downstairs because my wife had a headache and she wanted to take some aspirin. I found some Excedrin. And I looked at the Excedrin, and the expiration date was 1997. Okay, this This was in 2009.
Oh my God, I know you gave it to her.
This is in 2009. No, I didn't. Because I looked at it and I was like, if something has that old of an expiration date, you shouldn't be taking it, right?
I don't know. If anybody knows anything about this, 543-3693.
It was.
Well, what's it going to do? Is it going to hurt you? Does it go bad? Is it rotten? Is it going to make you sick?
I don't know, but it's 12 years past the time that the manufacturer said you probably should stop using this.
See, I always heard that
12 years means I'm surprised it was even around.
On some medications, like it's not as effective. Like it doesn't have the strength that it had when it was still apparently within the use date.
Okay, so then if that is the case, and you take that into consideration, 12 years past that expiration date, you're telling me that that's still going to be working?
Did you put it back in the cabinet?
Yeah, I put it back in the cabinet because it's not mine to throw away. But what I did, I'm horrible. I'm a horrible house guest. Make sure that your medication game's on point if you're inviting my family over to your house. I put it back in the medicine cabinet, and I went upstairs. I said, hey, you have Excedrin down there that expired in 1997. 2009. That means that they would have had to have moved that Excedrin with them, knowing that the expiration date was bad.
Nobody checks that kind of stuff.
To the new house.
Yeah, but who checks that? Who looks at when you're moving? You don't have to. You just throw it all into a bag. You're like, all right, that's going to go to the downstairs guest bathroom.
That's the perfect time to do inventory, though. It's like, okay, we're moving now. What do we need to take with us? This aspirin that expired 3 years ago. Will we ever use that? You never know when you might use it. Stick it in the guest bathroom. Okay.
So what are you comfortable using past its expiration date is the question. Paul's holding on. Hey, Paul.
Yo.
What is
Hello?
it? Yeah, what is it?
Table salt.
Yeah.
Yeah. How does that have an expiration date?
I've never
I mean, when I work in a grocery store, and they always have, like, the expiration dates on the bags and all the packages for it. It's just basically a rock or metal,
I mean, as long as it's in an airtight container and no moisture gets in there. If moisture gets in, it gets into like a rock.
Right.
Well, it can be brand new. If moisture gets into it, it goes bad.
Right.
But as long as yeah.
We talk about food things. I was thinking. I think that's perfect. I was thinking honey. I don't know if honey ever goes bad.
It does, because I tried to get honey out of the one that's expired in the break room.
And it got hard in the bottom.
And I tried to pour it out, and it was just a brick in the bottom.
You know what you do? There's a hack on that. You put it in the microwave.
No.
Yeah, it'll remelt that.
Yeah, but I'm good with it.
No, it's fine. It's just oxygen gets in there and it gets hard and crystallizes, and then all you have to do is heat it up and it's fine.
No, I'm cool. Once it turns into a brick of honey, I'm cool just going out and getting new honey.
What about?
I don't need to get the honey that is turned to a brick.
What about canned food? See, I'm not buying that either, because that's number one, it's airtight, and number two, there's no sunlight that can get to it because it's in a can.
I will push the expiration date on it, but I'm not going to go beyond like 6 months.
Oh, I'd go a couple years.
No.
I don't know if I'd go 10 years, but I'd go a couple years. Morning, Patrick.
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
Hey, just be careful when you microwave that honey, because it's usually in a plastic container.
Yeah, that's what another thing. Like, how are you going to get it out of the plastic container?
Because when you heat it up, it melts it. Yeah, you don't want to overdo it. I mean, you want to watch it. It doesn't take much. It's like 30 seconds.
They say microwaving in plastic containers releases toxins.
Well, I do that. I heat up food in plastic containers.
Yeah, but that's plastic containers meant for microwaves.
TV dinners are put in plastic containers.
That's meant for a microwave.
But plastic's plastic.
No, it's not.
But there's different kinds of plastic now?
I will show you.
Yeah.
I will show you what happens when you heat up the honey if you want.
Yeah, go ahead. Well, no, you have to be reasonable. All right. What do you got for us, Pat?
Soy Chorizo. I use the crap out of that stuff when I go camping, because I don't have to worry about it. And I had forgotten that I had bought a bunch of it for a big camping trip, and it was in the back of the refrigerator. Found it a year later, and that stuff was still perfect, because there's not a single animal product in it.
What did you called it? Soy chorizo, like chorizo sausage?
It's chorizo, but it's made with soy instead of pork.
Oh, I see.
It's got all the same spices and seasonings and everything in it, but it doesn't go bad.
Soy sauce, ketchup, mustard, condiments.
I'm a big chorizo fan, okay? But I've never tried soy chorizo because I didn't think it would match up. How does it...
It really doesn't when it comes to if you like the greasiness of the pork, but see, they add that in there, so for camping, it's perfect. If you're camping, you don't have to worry about the fact that it's sat out, or that it's, you don't have to worry about it getting it fully cooked, because it's soy. It's ready to go. You can eat it right out of the package, and it tastes the same.
You ever see that YouTube video of the guy who tried to eat soy? I mean, tried to eat chorizo?
No.
without cooking it?
No.
Not good.
No, I haven't.
Don't watch
seen
it. Don't watch it. Never mind. I shouldn't even have brought it up. It's like one of those things that you can't see.
But my point is that I'm getting to, I think these expiration dates are just meant for you to buy more of their products. I get it. Why would you not want it? You know, you can only, you're going to drive a car for so long before you have to get another car, and they would like you to come back and buy the same, from the same dealership and the same
The cars don't have expiration dates, though.
Yeah, well, they do. It's called mileage, and they only go so far. But condiments are another one you see expiration dates on. I've never got. But thanks, Pat.
You telling me you'll use ketchup past its expiration date?
I don't know. I just use ketchup until it's gone. I don't look at expiration dates. It's never been a problem. Once you open it, you put it in the fridge, and then you're good to go.
What about milk?
Well, milk is a little bit of a different animal.
Okay.
There's an expiration date on it for a reason because it spoils and turns into cottage cheese.
How about eggs?
And not the good kind.
Eggs is the one I get into with my wife all the time. As soon as that expiration date is, she throws the eggs out. I will eat the eggs until they're rotten. Like if I crack it and it's green and it's bad, then I'm like, okay, yes, I know I should not be eating that one.
Yeah, I don't know. There's something about eating a raw embryo that past its date that I don't want to deal with. Yeah, but
they're just trying to get you to buy more eggs.
Well,
I think the egg is fine.
That's like an animal product. You got to eat like meat, cheese.
I have no problem going a week after the expiration date on eggs.
Yeah, I mean 5 days. I don't know.
A week is fine.
Yeah.
7 days. Is 7 days?
Food products are different to me. I mean, than like things we were talking about earlier that I think they just started to put an expiration date on deodorant.
You were talking about
throw your deodorant out and buy more.
Canned food. Eggs are nature's canned food. I mean, they're in an egg. They're sealed. What else? What's going to turn them into anything? You put them in the refrigerator to stymie their growth. I mean, it's right there. Eggs. They're fine.
How long can an egg last in a carton? More than 2 weeks?
I don't know. Usually the expiration date on a carton of eggs is about 2 to 3 weeks out.
Yeah. And if you don't eat it by then, you should probably throw them away. Give it a shot, but if I crack an egg and it's rotten, I throw out all the eggs. I'm not messing with any more eggs.
Of course. Yeah, I'm not going to try another one if one of them is
I don't want eggs for a long time.
93.3 KZOZ.